Welcome back, everybody. Today we're going deep on something kind of sparkly and maybe a little bit mysterious.
Ooh.
Mysterious! But we're not here to say, like, crystals heal everything or they're totally bogus. It's more like, why are people so into this?
Right, exactly.
And we've got some interesting stuff to dig into from Inklastrad text. Usually they're all about, like, social issues and current events.
Yeah, it's an interesting.
But they did a whole series on crystals, so
Different for them, yeah.
that's what we're diving into today.
It's cool, though, how crystals are like this ancient thing.
Yeah.
They're trendy now, too, you know?
Totally. Like old wisdom meets modern wellness. But before we get too woo-woo, let's back up. What are crystals in the first place?
Okay, so simplest way to put it, they're minerals, natural structures formed over millions of years, and each one's got its own look and makeup.
So more than just pretty rocks, then.
Way more. I mean, yeah, they are pretty, but people use them for all sorts of things, like placing them on their bodies, meditation, even just decorating their homes.
Okay, that body placement thing. I always hear about that. Something to do with chakras.
You got it. It's about aligning the crystals with your chakras. Those are like energy centers in your body, supposed to influence how you feel physically and mentally.
I always hear about chakras, but could you give us like a chakra 101 for me and the listeners who are like, haha.
Sure. So picture it like wheels of energy spinning all along your spine. Each chakra is in charge of different stuff. And the idea is putting certain crystals on or near them helps balance that energy out. It's an old idea, actually. It comes from ancient India, like from yoga and Ayurveda.
They're not just some new age trend then, huh?
Nope. Like, take amethyst. Ancient Egyptians, they weren't just, ooh, pretty purple. They thought it protected you from bad vibes, helped you think clearly. They even found amethyst in King Tut's tomb.
Fancy.
Right. But it's not just them. Seems like every culture's got their own crystal thing going on.
Yeah, totally.
Like in China, jade's a big deal. Health, wealth, long life, all that good stuff. They carve it into ornaments, use it in medicine.
And don't forget those medieval Europeans. Not exactly the chillest folks, but even they were into crystals.
Oh, yeah.
Amulets to keep away sickness, bad luck.
Yeah.
Like a sparkly good luck charm.
It's really interesting how crystals show up, like across time and cultures. This idea that they can impact us, it's been around for ages.
Speaking of impact, what does like actual science say about all this?
Now, there's the big question. Lots of people swear by crystal power, but science hasn't really found solid proof that they have, like this inherent energy that affects our bodies.
So is it all just placebo effect then?
Maybe not all. Placebo's definitely a thing and is powerful. Basically, what you believe can actually change how you feel. Like if you think a crystal will calm you down, maybe you unconsciously start acting in ways that do make you calmer.
So it's not the crystal sending out chill vibes, it's me kind of tricking myself into chilling.
Kinda, yeah. But that doesn't mean it's fake. Our minds are powerful. That's what placebo shows us.
True, true. Plus, even if there's no like magical energy beam, crystals are just nice to look at, right? Maybe that beauty, how they feel, that alone can make us feel good.
That's another good point. They're aesthetically pleasing. The light, the colors, the way they're shaped, all that sensory stuff can totally make us feel better just by experiencing it.
It's almost like crystals work on multiple levels, right? Whether it's energy or just how they make us feel. So someone's listening to us right now thinking, okay, I'm kind of convinced, I want to try this crystal thing. Where do they even start? There's so many.
Right. It can be overwhelming for sure. So maybe let's do a little crystal rundown. Some of the most popular ones, what they're supposed to be good for. See if anything called to your.
Crystal all-stars. I like it. Hit me with your faves.
Okay, well, we already talked about amethyst bit, that purple beauty, peace, clarity, intuition. Some folks even say it helps with dreams, getting more spiritual, all that.
So like if I'm stressed out, need to chill, amethyst is good to have around.
Could be. Lots of people say meditating with it or even just having it nearby helps them feel grounded.
Makes sense. Now, I got to ask about rose quartz. Everyone's always talking about rose quartz. Is it really a love magnet?
Rose quartz is definitely the love crystal, but it's less about like attracting a partner, more about cultivating love within yourself. Self-love, compassion, forgiveness, that kind of vibe.
So not just romantic love, but like overall good vibes.
Exactly. It's about raising your love vibration, which can then flow out to your relationships, your whole life, everything.
Ooh, I'm feeling the love already. Okay, what about citrine? It always looks so sunny and bright, you know?
Citrine's great if you need a boost. Positive energy, motivation. It's all about abundance, success, feeling powerful.
So if I'm trying to, like, manifest my dreams, citrine's the one.
Could be a good partner in that, yeah.
Oh,
Visualizing your goals, attracting good fortune. It's like a little ray of sunshine, but in crystal form.
I dig it. Okay, gotta ask. Protection. Any crystals for that? Like, if I'm feeling kind of vulnerable?
For sure. Black tourmaline's your go-to for protection. It's super grounding, and it's said to absorb negative energy, basically create a shield around you.
So, like, if I'm feeling anxious, black tourmaline can help me chill.
Worth a shot. Lots of people carry it around or put it in their homes to feel safe and stable.
And of course, we can't forget jade. It's like the OG crystal superstar, health, wealth, harmony. It's got it all right.
Jade's a classic for a reason. Been revered forever in so many cultures. Good luck, prosperity, well-being. It's all about balance in every aspect of your life.
Okay, so say I found my crystal soulmate. What do I do with it?
First things first, you want to cleanse it. Like, give it a fresh start.
Crystal hygiene, I'm into it. So how do you do that?
Lots of ways. Rinsing with water, smudging with sage or incense. Some people leave them out in moonlight or even sunlight to recharge.
So it's about clearing out any old energy, making it ready for you to use.
Exactly. Then once it's cleansed, you can set your intention. What do you want to get out of this crystal? Hold it, focus your mind, really picture what you're aiming for.
Like programming it with your goals.
Yeah, kind of like that.
Yeah.
You're putting your energy into it along with what you want to achieve.
And then I just carry it around.
You can. Or put it on your desk, under your pillow, anywhere you'll see it, and remember your intention. Some people make whole crystal grids or like little altars to amp up the energy.
Seems like there's a lot of creativity involved, which is cool.
Totally. It's about finding what works for you. Experiment, see what feels right. The key is be open-minded, stay curious.
I love that. But you know, for all this talk about crystal energy and intentions, some folks are probably listening and thinking, this is BS. What about the skeptics? What are the arguments against crystals?
Yeah, totally valid. Not everyone's on board the crystal train,
Yeah.
and that's fine. Like we said, science hasn't 100% backed up crystal healing. Some people see it as like pseudoscience.
The show me the data crowd, right.
Right, and they have a point. It's important to be critical. Do your research before buying into anything.
Plus, I imagine the whole crystal market being so big now, that adds to the skepticism, high prices, questions about if you're even getting real crystals.
For sure. Sadly, the demand has led to some shady stuff. Unethical mining, bad working conditions. Got to be careful who you buy from. Make sure it's ethical and sustainable.
That's super important. Got to vote with your dollar, support businesses doing things right.
Yeah,
For sure. It's like knowing where your food comes from, but for crystals, right?
exactly. Got to be a conscious consumer. Okay, but big picture now. We've talked history, powers, science, the skeptics. Where do we land on crystals? Is it like real magic or just how we think about them?
Yeah, that's the thing. There's no easy answer, is there? Seems like it's different for everybody.
Totally. How you experience crystals, it's personal. What matters to one person might not to another, and that's okay.
It's less about proving something, more about what do they mean to you?
Right. If holding a crystal makes you feel centered or connected to nature or reminds you of what you're working towards, if it makes you feel good, who's to say it's wrong?
It's like objects having meaning, you know? Maybe the magic is what WE bring to it.
I think so.
Hmm.
Maybe exploring crystals isn't about finding the right answer, but about being open to the mystery.
Yeah.
Being mindful, feeling connected to something bigger.
It's like that saying, whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. Maybe crystals are kind of like that too. You got to believe it to see it, you know?
Exactly. Open mind, curious heart. That's the key. You never know what you might discover.
Well, there you have it, folks. Our deep dive into the sparkly, sometimes confusing, always interesting world of crystals.
You've covered a lot of ground, huh?
History, powers, what science says, what the skeptics say. Turns out crystals are a pretty complex topic.
Definitely. But whether you're a crystal pro or just starting to learn, hopefully this is giving you something to think about.
And hey, maybe you'll even give crystals a try yourself. Let us know how it goes. We always love hearing from you guys. Until next time, keep shining bright.